Lady Gaga has admitted the meat dress she wore at the 2010 VMAs was not flank steak. At least, it wasn't beef. It was the sacrificed and preserved flesh of dead Hollywood child stars. And she was forced to wear it as part of an occult ritual designed to expose the elite's depraved ceremonies to the world. Disguised as entertainment, disguised as art, disguised as a fashion statement. Speaking to her best friend, Gaga thought she was venting to a trusted confidant. Somebody she could finally unburden herself to after years of silence. She said the children are haunting her. They crawl over her at night. They invade her mind when she's blasting music through headphones to escape the nightmare. But when Gaga's friend passed away, her family decides to release the truth to the world. They say Gaga is evil, a fully paid up member of the Illuminati, whose occult rituals must be exposed. Before we dive in, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and join the People's Voice Locals community to join our incredible community, support the channel, and gain access to exclusive and uncensored content. Shocking footage has surfaced from the estate of Sonia Durham, Lady Gaga's best friend, who died in 2017. A late-night phone call, Gaga unburdening her soul. She thought she was safe. She was wrong.
Over the decade-long friendship, Sonia was the longtime managing director of House of Gaga and used to work as the singer's assistant. Gaga shares a series of photos of Durham on Sunday, writing in part, "I don't know how to put a price on a friendship."
A price on friendship? Who talks like that? The same woman who lost another best friend in a widely rumoured blood sacrifice. The same year her career mysteriously exploded.
Lina Morgana was an up-and-coming Staten Island singer and performer who was known around town for her sexy voice and unique style. Before Stephanie Germanotta was Lady Gaga, she was a wealthy, spoiled rich girl from New York. She met Lina and they started collaborating on music. They were both scouted out by the same agent, Rob Fasari, and produced a song together. Lina Morgana fell to her death in 2008 at the age of 19 from a New York hotel. The same year, Lady Gaga produced her debut album, The Fame. Lina's mother has spoken out against Gaga for killing her and stealing her identity.
Gaga paid the entry fee the old-fashioned way. A blood sacrifice early in her career. The blood sacrifice didn't end. They just got more public.
If you don't get this right now, I swear to Lucifer, I'm gonna, I get a little bit.
Like the meat dress she wore to the VMAs in 2010. She admitted to her best friend Sonia Durham the dress was forced on her by satanic industry elites. And she couldn't say no to Lucifer.
I need to tell you something I've never told anyone. Something I've carried since that night at the VMAs. It's been eating me alive for 15 years now. The meat dress wasn't beef. That was a lie. And I've been living with that lie for so long, I almost believed it myself.
Then she dropped the bomb. She admitted the stunt wasn't standard issue pop art provocation. It was elite level depravity, designed to normalize the unthinkable.
It was children, dead Nickelodeon child stars. They were sacrificed, preserved, and delivered to people like me as trophies, as initiations, as a way of saying, you're one of us now. I stood there in that dressing room, looking at myself in the mirror, covered in the skin of dead children. And I told myself it was for art. But deep down, I knew I was just a coward, too afraid to say no to the people who made me.
Now Gaga says that she believes she's possessed by the children she wore like a trophy, while flaunting the elite's depraved rituals in front of the world.
They come to me at night when I'm trying to sleep. Their little fingers on my throat, their little hands grabbing at my ankles. And when I try to be intimate with someone, when I try to feel human and warm and alive, oh my God, I am scared to say this, their faces appear in the dark. I feel like I'm really going mad, and not in the cool, artistic sense.
Like cornered rats, the Epstein class are turning on each other. According to Gaga, Leonardo DiCaprio should be condemned for his crimes, while she should be excused, because she did it for art.
I did it for art, for provocation, to make you feel something, to make you confront the rot you worship. But him, he does it because he likes it. He's not a performer. He's not an artist. He's not even a man. He's an animal.
But it gets even worse for the cannibal elite. Gaga is now scrambling as Epstein files place her at the scene of a grisly crime she spent a whole decade denying. Verified witnesses, including Epstein victims, have named her, placed her at the table, and described the evil in chilling detail. But quickly, just before we go any further, if you're using a traditional VPN to keep yourself safe online, cancel your subscription right now. You're under attack. The entire VPN industry has been compromised. The world's leading VPNs have been bought out by Cape Technologies, an Israeli company closely linked to Mossad. That's why VP.net was created in 2025. Head over to vp.net/TPV now and see for yourself. The media circled their wagons for years, called the victims crazy, buried every accusation under a mountain of she's just quirky think pieces. Then, the Epstein files dropped. Investigators cross-referenced dates, locations, private flight logs, and encrypted email chains. The code words are cracked. Lady Gaga wasn't just in the orbit. The documents put her at 2 private dinners. Epstein's townhouse 2012, the Palm Beach compound 2014. Present at both. Epstein, Maxwell, Woody Allen, and Deepak Chopra, the man who introduced Gaga to Epstein. And when you see the contents of other Chopra emails to Epstein, you'll understand why this email is damning for Gaga's claims of innocence. Chopra invited Epstein to meet him in New York, promising the convicted paedophile there would be 30 hot girls between the ages of 6 and 7 years old. Take in the last line of the email. I can't bring myself to read it out loud.
I've got to ask you, listen, sir, you built your entire career. You built your entire career on spirituality. What do you have to say about your actions with Epstein? Any regrets? Do you have any regrets? I said, do you have any regrets? Sir, you had a relationship with him after 2008, after his conviction. Is there anything you can say about that at all, sir?
You do your own work and find out.
Just like John of God, Chopra was promoted by Oprah Winfrey, launching him into the stratosphere. This alone should have placed him under suspicion from the start. And he remains unrepentant about attending Jeffrey Epstein's cannibal dinner parties. Let's talk about the menu, confirmed by multiple witness depositions, including survivors who were in the room, as ground fetal tissue was served alongside wine. We're speaking with a survivor in just a moment. She was in the room. She saw everything. She says Gaga has been hiding in plain sight for over a decade, casting occult hand signs on worldwide stages, performing ritual consumption, calling it performance art, while the elite laughed behind their rings. Her close friendship with Marina Abramovich, a documented occult practitioner, isn't a coincidence. The meat dress wasn't provocation. It was the only honest thing she ever wore. Don't go anywhere. We're blowing the lid off the cover-up and exposing the filth right after this important word from our sponsor. Lady Gaga's dark ritual-heavy aesthetic, the blood, the occult symbols, the satanic imagery, was never an accident. It was a confession.
I was there in that creepy Upper East Side townhouse back in 2016, mixed with that sharp metallic smell of blood. Heavy, wrong. You couldn't shake it. At the time, I didn't even think of myself as a victim. I was young, scared, but trying so hard to fit in. They'd groomed me for years, promised modeling gigs, big connections, a ticket into that world. Same story so many of us got sold. So there I was, dressed up, heart pounding, telling myself this was my shot. Everyone's acting all fancy at first. Jeff's at the head like he owns the place, smirking. That pop star's right next to him, all smiles, chatting like it's normal. Politicians, Hollywood types, they're all there, toasting like it's just another night. But then the food comes out. This lasagna, everyone's losing their minds over. So tender, they're saying. Best I've ever had. It wasn't normal lasagna. It was layered with ground fetus. She took a big bite, closed her eyes, and straight up moaned like a trashy porn star. More, she goes. Room cheered, like she won an award. They dragged us out for the rituals. Spirit cooking style. Blood everywhere. Symbols painted on walls and bodies, chanting that made your skin crawl. One girl, maybe 14, wrist cut in a pentagram pattern, blood pouring into bowls while they drank it. Gaga even joined in one part, holding a knife, saying some crap about immortality as more blood hit the floor. It was a straight-up slaughter disguised as a party. Bodily stuff mixed in. Milk, urine, blood, turned into their weird potions. They thought it made them stronger or whatever sick thing they believe. I've been kept quiet too long. Threats, money offers, whatever. Screw that. People need to know these aren't just dinners. They're sacrifices. The elite eat the innocent to stay on top. And her? That art excuse covers the blood on her hands. Wake up before it's your kid next.
And the woman who pulled her deeper? Marina Abramovich, the spirit cooker herself. A woman who worships pain, starvation, and human sacrifices as gateways to transcendence. In 2013, Abramovich was assigned to break Gaga down and rebuild her for the elite's highest echelons through her so-called method: deprivation, sensory overload, naked rituals in remote woodlands, psychological dismantling designed to crack her open like an egg. This wasn't artistic collaboration. This was a taking.
Before I met Lady Gaga personally, I knew about her like everybody else, that this is this young, outrageous girl, wears strange clothes, she's into extremes, she's experimental, she have 43 million people on the Twitter following her, whatever she do, little monsters, that she wins so many awards and sell millions of records. She came really very humble to my house and asked me if I can teach her. I started really changing my opinion about her entirely. I found somebody who really is serious, who really wants to learn and find out about himself, how much he can push her mental and physical limits.
Did you catch that? Himself. The elites are all about inversion.
We made this workshop in the woods, and she was such a good student. She never cheated. She really went much farther than I asked her for. And really, I learned that I started having a huge respect.
Ever wonder why they all come out wrong? Ariana Grande, Sam Smith, Taylor Swift, Rihanna, Britney, Beyonce, Lil Nas X, Katy Perry. The list is endless.
I've been in rooms at the top of the top, which albums are prayed over demonically. Music is prayed over demonically. That goes out to the world, goes out to the radio stations, goes out to the public. And when you see that stuff and know that stuff, it's frightening.
What do you mean by that, Shane, prayed over demonically?
So rituals, ceremonies, everything to bring, to give light to the devil, to Satan. It's a satanic music industry. That's majority of what it is.
Do you mean figuratively, or do you mean literally you've been in...
Literally, yes.
Fresh-faced kids go in, demonic puppets come out. Satanic hand signs in every video, occult lyrics in every chorus, ritual blood-drinking choreography and paedophilia on every stage. It's not evolution, it's indoctrination.
We make music for a purpose. It's not just background music, or it's not just, fluffy, light stuff.
This is not elevator satanic music.
It's ritualistic music. It is music that by even the act of listening to it, you are participating in a satanic ritual.
How does it make you feel?
It's very stirring. It's very emotionally charged. You can't listen to this music and say you don't feel something, because you do. I'm sure you would probably feel either hate or fear or rage or something.
You're pretty good at marketing yourself.
That's the devil's place. Illusion and showmanship.
You mean the devil is alive and well in Madison Avenue?
Of course. Advertising
I
is
think
the
you and I
devil's
agree with
trade.
that.
The act of manipulating and using the will and using ritual to create change is, by any definition, satanic. And anyone who does that is, at least an ipso facto, Satanist.
They sign a contract, literal or spiritual, doesn't matter. Rihanna called it a soul contract. The price is total submission. Public homage to the dark forces that own them. Private dinners with Epstein, private emails with Woody Allen. How somebody could go from teen heartthrob to swapping emails with Epstein and Woody Allen about eating 70 pounds of child flesh while living on a cannibal diet. And the ones who refuse, they get destroyed, no exceptions.
People say, well, artists, there's a lot of artists that stay silent. They go into these zones and they don't say a word about anything. And then we hear artists who speak out, and suddenly they wind up dead. Michael Jackson, speaking out against in favor of the Palestinian people. It's very convenient. Then suddenly he's gone.
Doesn't matter how talented, doesn't matter how beloved. The second you call out the evil, the second you speak your own mind or try to break the chain, they bury you. Britney learned that. So did Michael. So did Anne Heche. So did Chester Bennington, Chris Cornell, Avicii, Anthony Bourdain, and every suicide that didn't look quite right. Children are the elite's currency. The cannibalism isn't a metaphor. The adrenochrome isn't a prop. And the meat dress wasn't performance art. It was Gaga's initiation meal, worn as a trophy. Here at The People's Voice, we're determined to continue exposing the agenda of the elites, but we need your help. Subscribe to the channel, spread this video far and wide, and join the People's Voice Locals community for exclusive and uncensored content. I hope to see you there.